Hello students. Yes, in the last class we are going to discuss about the important properties of bases. Right? What are the important properties we discuss about the bases? The first important property we discuss about the bases is bases are better in taste. Bases turns red litmus papers to the blue. Bases conduct electricity in the solution. If metal react with the bases, it forms salt and liberated the hydrogen gas. If the bases react with the acid, it forms salt and water. If non-metal oxides, if it is reacted with the base, it forms salt and water. These are some of the important physical properties and chemical properties we discuss about the bases. And also we define the definition for the bases, and also we study with the strong bases, weak bases, all the concept we understand in the last class. In today's class, we are going to discuss about what are the uses of bases. After that, we discuss about how we are going to find the strength of an acid and in base by using pH scale. We want to define pH scale, how we are going to find the values in the pH scale. Next, we are going to discuss about the universal indicator. After that, some of the uses. Lastly, we are going to discuss about what are the some of the importance of pH in our day-to-day life. First, we are going to discuss about some of the uses of bases. First, we are going to discuss about the uses of bases. The first important uses of bases are sodium hydroxide, NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of the soap, paper, and a synthetic fiber called rayon. This is the first uses of the sodium hydroxide. What is the use? Sodium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of soap, paper, and synthetic fibers called rayon. After discussing with the sodium hydroxide, the next base is calcium hydroxide. Calcium hydroxide is also called as an slaked lime, S-L-A-K-E-D, slaked lime. It is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. Next base is calcium hydroxide. It is used in the manufacture of bleaching powder. Next base is magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is used as an antacid to neutralize the excess acid in the stomach and cure indigestion. I already said what are antacids. The substance which are going to reduce the acidic level in the stomach. That type of the substances we call it as an antacids. Therefore, here the magnesium hydroxide is used as an antacid to neutralize the excess of acid in the stomach and cure indigestion. After that, the next base is sodium carbonate. The next base is the sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is used as washing soda and for softening the hard water. What are the detergents we are going to use in your homes? We are going to use sodium carbonate as an washing soda. And also, the sodium carbonate is used to softening the hard water. And the last base is sodium hydrogen carbonate. The last base. The sodium hydrogen carbonate is used as baking soda in cooking food, for making baking powders, as an antacid to cure the indigestion, and in soda acid for extinguisher. These are the some of the uses of respective bases. One more time I just read it. The sodium hydroxide is used in the manufactures of the soap, papers, and a synthetic fiber colored rayon. Second point, calcium hydroxide is used in the manufacture of the bleaching powder. Third one, magnesium hydroxide is used as an antacid to neutralize the excess acids in the stomach and cure indigestion. Next, sodium carbonate is used as washing soda and softening the hard water. Last, sodium hydrogen carbonate is used as baking soda in cooking food for making the baking powders as an antacid to cure indigestion and in soda acid for fire extinguishers. These are the some of the uses of the bases. After discussing the uses of the bases, now we are going to think about how we are going to find the strength of an acid and the bases. We are discussing with that it is a strong acid, weak acid, and also we discussed with the strong base, weak base, like that, right, in the previous classes. Here, now we are going to discuss about how we are going to tell that it is a strong acid or a strong base, weak acid or a weak base. Understood? How we are going to tell that if the acids are weak or strong with the use of the pH scale. With the use of the pH scale, we are going to tell how the strong is the acid. How strong is an acid or base? How weak is an acid or base? Before going to find that, first we want to know about the definition of the pH scale. Okay, first we are going to know that definition of the pH scale. What is the definition of the pH scale? If you see what is the exact definition of the pH scale is, it is an inversely proportional to the concentration of the hydrogen ions. I know you not understand the definition. Listen here. What is this pH means? If you know how much of the hydrogen ions are present in the solution, for that value the pH is always inversely proportional. How many amount of the hydrogen ions are present, for that amount always the pH is inversely proportional. One more time, I just tell the definition. It is inversely proportional to the concentration of the hydrogen ion. This definition is for the pH scale. And what here the ma'am writing the numbers of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This is the values that present in the pH scale. What are the values that present in the pH scale? The values start from 1 and end to 14. What is the value? The values start from 1 and end to 14. This is the values that present in the pH scale. After that, after knowing the values, if you see that from 1 to 7, I written as an acidic. From 7 to 14, I written as an basic. And the value exact 7, I written as an neutral. What you understand seeing this diagram or seeing this value? If in the pH scale, if the values come from 1 to 7, in the pH scale, if the values come from 1 to 7, then that solution we call it as an acidic solution. If you are going to put the pH scale in that solution, if the value came between 1 to 7, then that solution is considered as an acidic solution. Then what is basic solution then? If when you are going to put the pH scale on the solution, if the value starts from 8 and ends between the 14 means, then that type of the solution we call it as an basic solution. If 1 to 7 it came, it is acidic solution. If 7 to 14, it is the basic solution. And exactly if you get the value of the 7, then that type of the solution we call it as a neutral solution. What is neutral solution then? If the pH value of that solution is exactly 7, then that solution we call it as a neutral solution. Okay, now you understand from 1 to 7 it is acidic, from 8 to 14 it is basic. If the values come between 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, then that acids we call it as a strong acids. If the value of the pH come between 1 to 4 or 1 to 3, that type of the acids we call it as a strong acids. If the value came from 4 to 6 or 7, then that type of the acids we call it as a weak acids. Here also same thing. When the values come from 8 to 10 or 11, we call it as a strong base. After 11 to 14, we call it as a weak base. Understood what is the pH? What is the definition of pH? How we are going to check the acidity, or how we are going to check the strength of an acid and base by using the pH? After seeing all this concept, next we are going to see definition of the universal indicators. You know that you already discussed with this definition, right? Universal indicator, the indicators which tells about is that is an acidic or is it is an basic, anything. Okay, both the things can explain it by one type of the indicator. That indicator we call it as an universal indicator. Or another one definition you can tell, some other types of indicators are mixed each other to get one perfect indicator or one general indicator to determine the acid and base. That indicators we call it as an universal indicator. This is all about universal indicators. After discussing with this universal indicators, now we are going to discuss about why we are going to discuss with this pH scale. Is that very important that to learn about the pH scale? Yes, the pH scale has its own important role in our day-to-day life. Okay, if you see that the pH has their own important role for the everyday life. Now we will discuss about one by one. The first important role of pH is used in the digestive system. pH is used in the digestive system. How? You already know that. What is the acid that present in the stomach? Yes, hydrochloric acid. If that hydrochloric acid level is increased in the stomach, what happens? Stomach burning, indigestion of food. This all the things happens when if it is increased in the level of hydrochloric acid in the stomach. Then what we are going to do? If increases in the acidic level in the stomach, so many indigestion thing, vomiting sensation, burning stomach, everything happens. What we are going to do then? Then we are going to add, or we are going to take some of the bases. Like I said, we are going to take ENO, baking soda, or we are going to take some antacid tablets. Like that, we are going to take some of the bases to the stomach. What happens when you are going to take some of the bases means the bases neutralizes the reaction. Therefore, if it is acid is more in the stomach means if you are going to add bases means what happens? You already know the neutralization reaction. When acid reacts with the bases, it forms salt and water. Therefore, the burning sensation, vomiting sensation, and what is that vomiting sensation, burning sensation, everything what happens for the stomach, it gets reduced. After taking the base to the stomach, neutralization reaction takes place and the pH come to the neutral level. If pH of the stomach is increases means all this defect came. When you are going to take the base, it neutralizes. Therefore, it comes to the neutral level, that is exact 7. Understood? Therefore, the pH is used in the digestive system. After seeing that, the next is pH changes as the cause of the tooth decay. You know that, right? In the mouth, saliva is secreted, right? That saliva, what the secretion of saliva, in that saliva also some amount of the acid is present. Due to that only, okay, due to that only the microorganisms or some of the bacteria that come to in your mouth also it kills. Or due to that saliva only the digestion of the food takes place. The larger quantity of the food is digested in the mouth only. With the help of the saliva only we are going to digest the food. What happens if the pH level is decreases in the mouth means your tooth decay starts. Or if it is increases in the level of the acid also the tooth decay starts. After that, that's why doctor suggested that make 2 times brush in a day. Why? In the toothpaste we have the base. If you are going to use the base daily 2 times, it neutralizes the atmosphere of the mouth. That's why we are going to tell that use 2 times a brush. Understood what is the role of the pH in the tooth decay? If you are not going to use the lot amount of the base, your tooth get decay. The second important thing is the pH changes as the cause of the tooth decay. And another one thing is there. If you are the kids of the farmer or any of the agricultural land that present near the home, they are going to tell that we are going to check the soil pH. Why we are going to check the soil pH? We are going to check the soil pH. Why means if it increases in the level of the pH in the soil means the crop, okay, the growth of the crop, yield of the crop will not come properly. Okay, if the pH level of the soil is more, then the yield of the crop and the growth of the crop will not completely good. If it is also decreases also, it is not good. If it is increases also, not good. That's why we are going to maintain the soil pH in the neutral level. If it is in acidic condition, we are going to add some of the bases like slaked lime, or we are going to use some of the chalk powder. Like that, we are going to add to neutralize the soil. If it is in very basic condition, then we are going to add some of the acidic thing to neutralize the soil. And also, if you see not only in the soil, if you see in the water bodies or in the aquatic bodies also, there also if you increases in the pH, what happens? All the fishes are dying. If you see that, if you increases in, the waste product of the industries, if it is just directly passed through the water system means what happens? The pH level of the water is increases. If the pH level of the water is increases means there the aquatic system get down. All the fishes are dead, all the aquatic plants will die. Therefore, the pH of water should also be in the neutral condition, that is 7. The drinkable water, that also it should be the pH is 7 only. Understood? The last point. Okay, self-defense by an animal and the plant through chemical warfare. If you know the animal, honeybee, okay, if you just take the example of the honeybee, if that honeybee beat us, what happens? How it getting irritation, right? Burning sensation happen. Why you get that burning sensation? If you see, when the honeybee come and beat us, it leave methanoic acid in the surface of the skin. When the honeybee come and beat us, it leave the methanoic acid. okay, methanoic acid on the surface of the skin. Due to that acidic condition of the methanoic acid on the skin, it causes irritation. For this, now you are going to add some of the bases like baking soda. Like that, if you are going to apply in the skin, what happens? That baking soda and that methanoic acid react each other to form the neutralization reaction. After adding the baking soda, you will get some relaxation. Understood? Animals. If you see some of the plants also, if you see the netlet plant or some of the plant, for that it has the needle-like structures. Okay, it has the needle-like structures around that plant. If you touch that plant, what happens? There also you get irritations. Why means it also consists of some of the acids. These are some of the importance of the pH in the everyday. What are the important roles of pH? pH in the digestive system. pH changes as the causes of the tooth decay and self-defense by the animals and the plants to the chemical warfare. These are the important role of pH in everyday. This all the concept completes the concept of bases. We discuss with the acid, we discuss with the bases, and final topic of this chapter is salts. Okay, after discussing with the acids and bases, in the last concept what is left is the salt. The salt we will discuss in the next class. Up to that, bye everyone. Thank you.